What up, guys? Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about the FIIL Canvis on-ear headphones. These things are unique. They have been out for a couple years now, and I'm shocked I haven't seen these around more, because what these things are, it's kind of a combination between art and experience. And art is the overall build quality, the unique design of these, the comfort of these. Everything is first class, and it's an art piece basically. And the experience you get in using these, it's different than anything I've ever heard on a pair of headphones or earbuds. Very unique, very cool, a lot of fun to use. You guys should check these out for yourself. Now, again, these have been out for a while, so Bluetooth 4.2, right? Not Bluetooth 5.0, because they've been out for a few years. Price on these, on the black pair, it does come in white as well, is $150 still. And again, ANC on here, active noise cancellation, as well as a couple other things we're going to talk about as we get into the video. But overall, a crazy experience with the FIIL Canvis on-ear headphones. It even says on the box, the art of audio. And that's what I feel like these are. This is an art piece right here. These are really well built, incredibly different than anything else I've ever tried and used. And I'm excited about these. I'm going to be using these. I never thought I would say I'm going to be using a pair of on-ear headphones. These are it. The FIIL Canvis, the art of audio. So again, Bluetooth 4.2. They've been out for a while. So the black pair here is $150, and there is a white pair that's $250. And I'm not sure. I couldn't find really any difference between the white and the black. Maybe it's just a special color. I don't know, but $100 difference between the black and the white pair. Now we're gonna get into it. I wanna show you the unboxing, because everything about this thing, from the unboxing to using these, is an experience. So I'm gonna walk you through everything. So the packaging, and you guys know, if you follow the channel, you guys know when a company takes pride in their packaging, to me it means a lot. And usually, not all the time, but most of the time, that will translate into a really good product. And that's what we get here. FIIL, man, they are doing some big things. And the fact that I never heard about these have been out for years. We know about their earbuds now, the T1X, the T1XS, the T1 Pros that my man El Jefe just reviewed. Check that out. These things are amazing. So I'm going to walk you through everything. FIIL Canvis, wireless Bluetooth, active noise cancellation, and for a pair of on-ear headphones, this gets me excited for the AirPod Studios, if they have active noise cancellation, right? On-ear headphones, at least that's what we think they are, on-ear headphones with ANC. These things work very well, so I'm excited now for the Studios. I wasn't before I tried these. MAF technology, noise canceling, ambient filters. There are different filter presets on here where you can either let, kind of like transparency mode, where it lets in ambient sound, but they also have a wind mode where if you're outside walking, you can, and it's windy, you can adjust it to either cancel out some wind or let some wind in. Battery life up to 33 hours. Now, I've been using these for a few days, and I would take them to work, and 8 hours a day, no problem, not even at 50%. So plenty of battery life on here. Touch controls. Now, there are gesture controls on here as well as touch controls. And of course, it is compatible with the FIIL Global app. Proximity sensors on here, in-ear detection, on-ear detection. Basically with these, you take them off, it will pause, you take them, you put them back on, and it will play. And you can control all of that in the app. You can turn that on and off. So I just want to show you the unboxing experience, because again, this thing is just an experience in itself. So just a plain white box with the goodness up top. This opens up. Inside, of course, we get the user's manual. Then they offer a 5,000 milliamp power bank. If you go to aclaudio.com, take a screenshot and do a couple of things. Now, we do have 3.5 millimeter headphone jack if you want to plug it in. And if you don't want to use battery life and you still have a headphone jack on your phone, you can plug this in and not use any battery. Now, USB, micro USB on here to charge, and you kind of got to expect that. Remember, this is a few years old. It's not a new pair of headphones. They've been out for a while. Now, it does come with this awesome carrying case. It is a hard shell, a hard carrying case. And, you know, opens up closes. Very cool. And here we have the Canvas headphones. Now these things are so well built. Leather build up here and very comfortable, very lightweight. You barely notice when these things are on your ear. The foam here is so comfortable. It just sits on top of your ear, right? A lot of on-ear headphones have this cutout hole here, right? So it's a little different. These just sit flush with your ear, and I dig it. I'm a huge fan of it. These things, they're very small, but fit-wise, very comfortable, very lightweight. Now you do have their branding here on the side, FIIL and FIIL. And what's cool about these, there are lights in here. You can turn this light on, you can turn it off, and I'll show you how that works. Now these do fold in. They don't swivel, but they do fold. And what's cool about this, when I tell you the build quality on here, a lot of folding headphones, right, they kind of snap. When you fold it, they snap and they fall into place. This is like a lever. I can just leave it at any angle I want, and it is tight. This folding mechanism, whatever you want to call it, the bracket, man, very well built, well made. And the same thing with how this slides in and out. Everything is just so smooth, and it's just a piece of art. They put care into this, and you can see it, you can feel it. It is very impressive, to be honest with you. Now, just so you know, FIIL did send these over to me to review, but this is definitely not a paid review. You will see this before they do. Now you do have the L and the R on the inside, so you know where to put them on your head. Very flexible, well built, man. These things are really well built, very premium feeling, and overall just a solid pair. So on the left side here, this ear cup, no controls, no function. Everything is basically here on the right side. So let's look at the actual buttons and controls on here. So again, on this right side, you can swipe. So you can control volume and next track and previous track if you swipe. And then to play and pause, this is your multifunction button, as well as your power button and your Bluetooth pairing button. So this will play and pause, answer, and then the phone call and activate your voice assistant. And swiping or touching on the front of this ear cup will control your volume and next track, previous track. Now this button here, this is your high-low button. You can either push it in or you can move it down and move it up, and that will scroll through your different modes, ANC mode, wind mode. You can turn ANC on and off, transparency mode, all of those functions that you can control from the app as well. Then you have your 3.5mm jack, and then your micro USB to charge. I'm going to show you the app now. We're going to connect them. I'll show you what you can do in the app, and we're going to talk about everything with these. And, you know, I will give you the good and the bad because they're not perfect. So let's go in. I'm going to show you the app again, the FIIL Global app. All right, guys, once you are connected through Bluetooth settings, you're going to go into the app. Once it connects to the app, it's going to come up FIIL Diva 2 on an Android device. Now, why it says FIIL Diva 2, I don't really know. The FIIL app, it's always had some bugs to it, whether it's earbuds, the FIIL T1X, T1XS, the T1 Pros, always a little buggy, but it does work and it does what it's supposed to do. It just is calling it something else for whatever reason. It does give you the battery percentage. We're at 40%. Now I have not charged these up in over 2 days. So really good battery life on here. This middle button here takes you in. Again, this is your off button, right? No mode is active. Now you do have a windy button. So if it's windy outside, you hit this and it's going to stop some of that noise from the wind coming into your earbuds. So a little different, very cool. And again, we're talking about an experience here with these headphones. Now your MAF mode, 3 different modes. You can see you have open, mono, and noise cancellation. This is where you can control your noise cancellation. You can control, open is basically transparency mode. It's going to let in your ambient sound from the outside, and it does work very well. And your noise cancellation. The noise cancellation on here is surprisingly good. I was playing background noise, low sounds, right? It's not going to take the highs out, but your low frequency noises, the rumblings, your air conditioner, cars driving down the road, anything with that low sounding noise, it's going to take out most of it. I put my phone on. If you go on YouTube, you can just do a search for like low rumbling noises, and it's like an hour or two of just low sounding rumbling noises. And I had that right next to me, full volume. I turned on ANC on here. I couldn't hear anything. nothing. The ANC on here for on-ear headphones is really good. Very impressive. And as well as transparency mode, really good on here. And again, your off button here, you can just turn it completely off, save battery life. So very cool. Now, if we hit this last button over here, this is where we'll go, and we're going to talk about the EQ. We're going to talk about the sound on here. Your EQ up top, if you click on it, original, bass, treble, all work very well, all different sounding, of course. I like bass, so I'm going to leave it on bass. Now, your original, it's more of a flat sound. Your bass, of course, we're going to get that thump. And your treble, if you like those highs, that's what you want to leave it on. But wait, it gets better. So 3D sound underneath that. If you click on 3D sound, this is where you get that experience that I'm talking about. This thing right here, every pair of headphones needs to have this. It's amazing, right? So what it does, you have living room, theater, and hall, right? So once you get your EQ right, and you set it up the way you want, if you put it on living room, when listening to music, it's going to sound like you're in an open room, an open air environment, right? That airy sound you're going to get. And every time you go up, if you go up to theater or you go up to hall, that sound expands. And it just, if you go from living room to theater, it's more airy, more open. If you go to theater to hall, it is insanely wide open. The music and the listening experience on these are like nothing I have ever tried or heard before. And it's just a pleasure to listen to. And I gotta tell you now, the bass on here, for what they are, they're good. They're not the thumpy, crazy bass, punchy bass that I love. When you have bass on and you have off, it does sound good, don't get me wrong. It is crystal clear and it does sound really good. I would like a little more bass, and I would also like a little more volume. But if you follow the channel, you guys know I like to have that little excessive volume so I can control it and turn it down to get it to the perfect sound for me. Volume wise, for other people, for you guys, it might be just enough. It might be more than enough. We're all different. But this experience in here, the living room, theater, and the hall, it's amazing. It's nothing that I've ever heard before on a pair of earbuds, on a pair of headphones. It's truly amazing and I love it. I can't wait after this video. I can't wait to put it back on and just listen to it. I wish I can give you, I got to get something where I can let you hear it because it's so unique and so different in its own right. And for a pair of on-ear headphones, I'm so impressed by these. Another thing you can do, this FIIL light button here. If you turn this on, watch these right here. There's a light here that will come on. I hope you can see it. I'll get some better B-roll of it, but there's a light in there and it's on both sides of your headphones. And if I turn the button off, you can see it will dim and the light will go out. So very cool. Again, very well built, very premium pair of on-ear headphones. I never thought I would say, I love a pair of on-ear headphones. I never thought those words would come out of my mouth, but overall, awesome. We also have advanced settings. If you click on advanced settings, smart sensor, this is basically on-ear detection, where if you're listening to music, you take them off, it will pause, you put them back on, and it will play, and it works very well. Touch tones, now, it just gives you tones when you touch it. But what this does, right, touch controls on here. Let's talk about touch controls on here. So volume control, you can control from here, right? If you're playing music and you touch, you know what, let's play some music, I'll show you. So music is playing right now, and again, this is your multifunction button. So if it's playing, you hit it once, it's going to pause, you hit it again, and it will play, and that is how you answer and end a phone call. That's also your power button. Now, on the side here, if you just touch and hold, the volume goes up, and on the bottom, the volume will go down. You do have to kind of find the right spot for it to work. Now you can also swipe. For me, I have found it easier to just touch. Now to go to the next track in the previous track, you would swipe and that's going to go to the next track. And if we go back, watch it here, we'll go back to the previous track. And it works really well. You kind of want to do it right over the branding. That's where you want to swipe for it to work pretty much every time. Very smooth. works very well. Now also, again, you can control your ANC, your AMF modes from this button right here. And you can control the volume of it, how much ANC you want to let in. That's your high and your low. It's not very different once you do it from high to low. To me, I didn't really notice that much of a difference. But overall, ANC on here works very well for the low rumbling sound. So now back to the app, you can see App X is on. It is connected, HD voice. We're gonna do a mic test so you guys can hear the mic on here. Your voice prompt is just in here. There are different voices. You can turn it on. I don't know what these other two are because I can't read that language, but I just have it set to English. So when your headphones talk to you, your voice assistant, whoever it is, it will be in English for me because I'm in America. And again, to activate your voice assistant, you're gonna hold this button down for about 2 seconds, 3 seconds, let go, and your voice assistant, Google Assistant, Siri, whoever it is, will come on. Automatic shutdown timer, you can set it to automatically shut off. Some of us forget. I always forget to shut headphones off or something like that. Leave it on, drain the battery. So you can automatically shut these off, or you can put it on no limit and it'll never shut off until it drains the battery. Reset settings, you can go in and reset everything if you really wanted to. Firmware, if there is an update, it will tell you. So overall, look, these things, the FIIL Canvas, I really wish that you guys could hear that sound experience with living room, theater, and hall. Crazy, insane. I've never heard anything like it. Let's do a mic test really quick so you guys can hear the mic. All right, guys, the FIIL Canvas on-ear ANC headphones, multiple modes. Just a unique experience as far as listening to music, listening to content. Overall, impressive. Let me know how the mic sounds. So I think audiophiles would really enjoy these because, again, I like that punchy bass. There is some bass. When I have the bass button on in the EQ settings, the bass is there. It's not as punchy as I would like, but it does sound good, crystal clear. Overall, I think an audiophile would really enjoy these. If you like the highs and the mids to stand out, but to sound amazing, these are going to be a really good pair of headphones for you. And anybody that just likes a really well-built, very premium looking feeling, these are it. The FIIL Canvas on-ear ANC headphones. Definitely impressed. Price, again, we talked about $150 for the black pair, $250 for the white pair. Sound quality, I just talked about. The mic, you heard. Latency, I didn't have any problems listening to content. YouTube, Netflix, Android devices, iOS devices, whatever it is, no issues. Bluetooth 4.2, but I have yet to have any connection problems. I don't think you have to worry about that whatsoever. Micro USB to charge, again, because these are a few years old, so it's kind of expected. But overall, ANC on here works really well for a pair of on-ear headphones. These have just got me very excited for the AirPod Studios that are going to drop hopefully tomorrow at the Apple event. Overall, very impressive. Definitely a really great pair. The FIIL Canvas on-ear headphones, guys. That's it. I'll be back soon with more. Peace.